Hi guys, Augusto here from Augusto Vlogs. I am in Rhodes, Greece, and I'm going to give you my first impression of this medieval town. Right when you get out of the port, you have things over here that you can rent. You can rent four-wheel, you can rent motorcycles, you can plan all your excursions in Rhodes. Here we are walking outside the fortified walls. Okay, here we have the little dolphins. This town over here, guys, it belonged before to the Greek, then to the Roman, then to the Turkish people, to the Christian people, and again to Greek people. The reason that this city over here, this area, was very coveted, okay, it's because it's very strategic in this part of the world that we are, okay, in the middle of the Mediterranean Sea. It was a place, if you controlled it, you had a lot of power over other countries. No fishing. Here we're close to the marina. Some people are enjoying the good weather and fishing. As you can see, guys, the walls, goes for a long distance. This is one of the most this is the most preserved wall from a medieval town in Europe. Look how beautiful. Okay, so beautiful walls preserved, and just walking around it looks like fairy tale. Nice, we have a nice marina over here with the boats. Now it's a little bit quiet because it's the low season. The people, the tourists, they don't come over here much, but in the summer I'm quite sure that this is bustling and busy with the boats going in and out. Okay guys, we are going inside the medieval walls. Okay, so just pay attention when I go through how thick it is. If the enemy came, that's how much they had to to go through if possible. Okay, so you see, very thick. Wow, beautiful. And you see over here also and this gap would be difficult to go over also to get to the tower. Okay, so a lot of protection. You see here, they can see the enemy coming. Let's go upstairs. Okay. Beautiful, and then from here, they could defend themselves. Okay, so the whole city, is protected by these walls. Okay, and we are in Rhodes. Guys, this is pure history, okay? Some of these people in this area, okay, they have been here before Jesus Christ. All right, they have been here for a long time in Rhodes, and even the Apostle Paul was here one time, and because of him, because of his visit, today these people are Christians. Okay, you have to understand that there could be something else, because this has been occupied by the Turks. Okay, so that could have been a whole different way. Okay, because you know that the Turks are Muslim, but because of the influence of Apostle Paul, you know, these people over here, they have been Christians since today. Beautiful. Look at the nice garden. Beautiful. Look at that little bridge over here. So it comes from this area over here and the bridge. Guys, this part over here was called the dungeon. Okay, so these walls over here would be the outer wall. Here there is, you know, that immediate protection against the city, and then even if, you know, somebody was able to come inside, they wouldn't be able to go through this channel, this gap over here easily. You see? Okay, so it's a really fortified city. Okay, the enemies were never able to penetrate this city. What happened, this city was conquered by other groups, because there was somebody who betrayed their own people. Okay, they sold out. I love the sidewalk. Guys, look at the sidewalk. This is done all in pebbles, okay, stones, okay? The white, okay, the white stone over here and the black stone over here. This is all done without cement, okay? It's done without cement, but it is such a beautiful work of art. And here the stones are not so fine, okay? They are bigger, and they're just, you know, like put on the, laid on the floor, okay? But still, it's nice and it feels good walking on it, okay? It doesn't feel, you know, uneven. So such a beautiful work. Okay guys, we are here in the old part of Rhodes. Okay, it is like taking a trip back to the 1st century or even the 3rd century before Christ. Okay, really nice, beautiful, because so many different people were here. Okay, you see different architecture, different styles, really beautiful. Look over here, this restaurant, how nice, you know, beautiful, like a beautiful garden. Very nice. Everything looks so old, but yet so charming and so magnificent. That's how the people before, you know, BC, okay, lived, guys. Some of the things we see over here is before Christ, okay? Look at this street, you know, the buildings on the right and on the left. Okay, and this here is a hospital. When people, you know, like back then, we are talking about, you know, 1st centuries, okay, used to travel in this area because this was like a crossroad of the world. A lot of people from different nations, and if they got sick, they would come over here, guys. This is a hospital. Okay, now it's a museum, it's closed, but that used to be a hospital to take care of the people, especially the people who got hurt, if they were, you know, doing a pilgrimage, if they were going somewhere doing trade, if they got hurt, they were being helped here in this hospital. Okay, you see. We have somebody getting married, very beautiful. Beautiful, very beautiful. Okay, so the couple decided to come over here because it's such an iconic place, beautiful, and I hope they have a beautiful life together. Guys, in this castle, the 12 knights, okay, when you study English literature, okay, you learn about them. The 12 knights of the round table, they lived over here, guys, in this castle, okay. It's just magnificent. So guys, what we see over here inside this town, okay, which it was surrounded by the walls, the fortified walls, okay. So everything that you see here was protected by the fortified walls. So if at any time there was presence of danger, okay, somebody was coming to attack the city, they closed the gates and they would defend themselves. Okay, so here you are. Okay, that's the armor they used to wear back then to go into war. Okay, everybody has seen something like that before. In this town, because there were the presence of, you know, like several civilization, okay, you're going to see churches, you're going to see mosques, and you're going to see synagogues. All right, that indicates that those, okay, this is a church, this is a synagogue, okay. They were present all together. That just means that the people were able to live in peace, you know, harmoniously together in Rhodes. Look at this style over here. You know, the second floor kind of hangs out, you know, and this way you can have more space. Okay, that looks like, you know, Ottoman Empire style. Okay guys, and the best thing is you can walk over here without any problems. I am here, you know, by myself. I don't feel any threat or anything. Okay, with all these little alleys, you know that in some neighborhoods it could be a little bit of a problem, right? Guys, look at this over here. Let's come over here. Wow, look at how beautiful. Look at this garden. It's so beautiful, guys. This is the Minister of Culture. Okay, a beautiful building, very beautiful. Okay, look over here. I got over here. Okay, and this no end. I cannot go. It's closed. So the same way that I cannot pass. Okay, you see the wall that goes all the way. This probably was the one of the entrance to the city. If you lived over here, if there was time of peace, this would be open. If there was time of war, this would close. I'm lost. So really, really beautiful, pure history. Pure history. You are walking, you know, in the same place where people walked, you know, 2,000 years ago. Guys, you're not going to believe she did pose for the video. I'm out. Oh, guys, look what I found over here. Wow. Look at this. Look how intricate it is. Okay, walls over there. This gap over here, if you go, you cannot go over that wall, and there's this gap over here, then more walls over here. You see that the enemy cannot penetrate. The enemy cannot penetrate this town. It's very fortified. Guys, it's crazy. I'm here alone. You know, there's nobody here right now. I have the whole town for myself. It's wonderful. Look over here how tall, guys, this is. How high it is. Wow. That's why nobody was able to penetrate. Okay? Wow, this looks like a movie. Nobody was able to penetrate over here. As I mentioned before, what happened was somebody betrayed. Wow. Look at these guys. Look at these walls, massive. Wow, look all the bridges over there. Look over here, walls after walls, so you cannot penetrate. Look at the balls that were used to throw at the enemies. Okay, they were catapulted. Okay, these balls over here, okay, were used to be thrown. Okay, the people from the city, if the enemies were coming, they would throw these balls over here on the enemies. When I visit a place like this, I just wonder also, you know, the determination of the people to build a wall like this. It didn't take, you know, 1 or 2 days, all right, but they got together and they did it, and they did for self-preservation. Okay, when you know that the enemy can come and get you at any time, you kind of, you know, start, you know, hi, 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 so beautiful. The dog came to say hi. The dog came to say hi to me. So when you know, okay, that the enemy can come at any time and destroy you, you have to do something to protect yourself and protect your people. And that's what the people of Rhodes did. Okay, with a very high technology. You can see that the walls are very well built. It's just amazing. Guys, look at the wall over there, all those little places that, you know, like the holes. Probably the people inside can see what's going on here on this area over here, this dungeon. I don't know if that's the right word, but they can see, you know, if the enemies penetrate over here or not. Okay, and this little house over here almost looks like a, you know, a prison. Guys, this is the back of the palace, okay, where the 12 knights from the round table lived. So you see the wall, how big it is, and this area over here that, you know, you would have to jump over the wall over there to get in here, and you are trapped if you are here. Okay, and the castle is over here, very well protected. So the engineering is also very, you know, good. Okay, finally I see an opening over there. I thought I was going in circles, but just wonderful, wonderful. You must come over here if you are in Rhodes. This is a hidden path. I kind of got a little bit lost, and I entered this area over here, and basically there wasn't anybody, so people stay more, you know, where the shops are, you know, in the main area. But this here, guys, is a must see, must visit. The traffic outside of the walled city, right, is really light. Not many cars, okay, not a problem at all. So let's keep walking. This is such a beautiful town, guys. It is just like being in a movie. Look over here, the bridge and the gate over there. You can only enter this gate if you are friends of the city. If you are the enemy, you cannot. Another gate over here. They have all the little things that they sell. Oh, this is limoncello. I know that one. Ouzo is also popular over here, popular drink. Grazie. Very nice. I'm here with Angelos from Greece.
Hello from Greece.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you. Guys, in the summer, okay, Rhodes is really busy, has, you know, thousands of people, all right? And in the summer, it's very hot also, like 45 degrees, 42, all right, very hot and busy. So today, I can say I had the whole town for myself. You see, the sun has set, all right? And now I am ending my tour of beautiful Rhodes. I do recommend, guys, if you are going to do some of the Greek islands, you know, it's worth coming over here, you know, 2 or 3 days if you can, would be great.